Welcome to today's Explainer. I am super excited to dive into this one with you because today we're unpacking the blueprint for scaling enterprise AI. Moving from those cool, isolated little experiments to actual, reliable enterprise solutions. Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest challenge in tech right now. So we're going to look really closely at how the Microsoft Agent Framework is stepping up to bridge that exact gap.
But before we even get to the framework itself, we have to ask a massive question. What exactly drives AI economics? I mean, AI has definitely matured way past the point of just throwing infinite computing power at a problem and hoping for the best, right? Today, it's all about scaling that machine intelligence in a way that actually makes business sense, without your costs just completely spiraling out of control.
Okay, let's dive into this. Our source points to an absolute foundational requirement here, which they call token factories. Think of these as the digital assembly lines of AI. Usually these are the large language models themselves. Basically, every single time an AI reads a prompt or generates text, it's processing tokens. For AI economics to actually work at scale, this raw production engine, this token factory, has to operate with just absolute peak efficiency.
So, successful AI economics relies heavily on two core dependencies. Number one is that raw, cost-effective engine we literally just talked about, efficient token factories. But number two is just as critical, and that is highly performant agent frameworks. Because think about it, even the best factory in the world needs a solid management system to direct the intelligence, assign the workflows, and, set the boundaries.
Section 1, Microsoft Agent Framework, the solution.
This framework essentially serves as the operational home for all your multi-agent systems, and it's hosted directly within Azure AI Foundry. This is huge because you aren't just building, rogue agents on a local laptop somewhere. You're building them right inside an established, highly secure, enterprise-ready cloud environment. It changes the whole game.
And the framework offers this really logical three-step progression. First up, build. This is where you're creating your custom AI agents. Second is orchestrate. This is managing how they collaborate with each other. It's kind of like having one agent draft a financial report, while another agent is simultaneously fact-checking it in real time. Pretty wild, right? And third, scale. This is about pushing that orchestrated team of agents to handle massive, real-world workloads seamlessly, right within the Azure cloud.
Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds, the Enterprise Foundation Formula.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how Microsoft is bringing together two very distinct technologies here. On one side, we've got AutoGen. Think of this as the dynamic execution environment. It's essentially the brains where your agents actively think, plan, and interact. But then on the other side, we have Semantic Kernel. You can think of this as the brawn, or maybe the security guards. It provides those strict, robust guardrails and the foundational stability that large organizations absolutely demand.
So, when we actually put them together, you get this amazing formula. AutoGen runtime plus semantic kernel foundations equals genuine enterprise outcomes. You're getting the cutting-edge agility of AutoGen, but, and this is the key part, without sacrificing the serious, production-ready security of semantic kernel. It really is the ultimate balancing act.
Section 3, Building the AI Future. And this brilliantly illustrates what you get out of the box because of this specific architecture. First off, compliance. You don't have to bolt on compliance as this stressful last-minute afterthought. No, it's baked right in. Second, you get immediate observability, meaning you can see exactly how your agents are performing and spot any bottlenecks instantly. And finally, deep integration. This ensures the whole shebang slots perfectly into the data ecosystems your enterprises are already using every single day.
The source announcement wraps up with this really simple but honestly super exciting sentiment. Can't wait to see what you build. And I totally agree, because when you give developers both a high-performance engine and an enterprise-grade steering wheel, the potential for practical real-world innovation is just vast. It's off the charts.
Which leaves us with a final question for you. How will you utilize efficient token factories and multi-agent systems to drive real outcomes in your enterprise? The blueprint is right in front of you. The tools to build, orchestrate, and scale are officially here. The next step? Well, that's completely up to you. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay curious out there, and I'll see you next time.